Have Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch pushed Punk past the point of no return? Jimmy and Jey Uso seem to be back on the same page for the first time in a long time. Dominic Mysterio still your Intercontinental Champion. Grayson Waller is on the show. The first match announced for WrestlePalooza, and so much more. This is the WWE Raw Recap, a WWE and Fanatics original production. Megan.
We're back again, baby.
They're talking. Streets is talking. Welcome to Raw Recap. So much to recap here. So much going down. It was taking up more pages in my notebook than it usually does to try to keep track of everything that's going on. It definitely feels like WrestlePalooza season is becoming a thing.
Yeah,
quickly.
I didn't know that was going to be on our calendar, but here we are.
Here we are, all of a sudden. Quick season, but a season nonetheless. And all of a sudden, this whole new world of possibilities in the last 2 days. 2 romantic evenings in Paris have brought enough this whole new buffet of possibilities in WWE. And I mean,
it's a good time to speculate wildly.
It's the perfect time to speculate wildly, although I have not yet found a bad time to speculate wildly, but I'll let you know. I'm sure eventually it'll happen. This time, though, for sure, especially with the fact that Becky Lynch, who maybe, had a lot going on behind the scenes through her relationship with Seth Rollins and a lot of feelings, to use that word, about CM Punk, but was letting that story be told on its own, is now a full, pillar of the CM Punk Seth Rollins story. So your thoughts when CM Punk, he's waiting out in the parking lot all night long, waiting for Seth Rollins' car to pull up. I mean, he is waiting so long for that car to pull up. His friends are just coming up to him in the parking lot just to pass the time because it's literally been hours. Adam Pearce comes to him.
You think they're all backstage like, hey, someone go check on Punk.
100%.
No, you guys go. No, you already went.
Yeah,
you
I went a half hour ago. Somebody else want to visit him. Like, he's in a really bad spot right now. He's very angry. I don't want to say that Adam Pearce has no control over his show.
Oh, be careful.
He gets very upset. But then Adam Pearce goes to CM Punk and goes, I don't know. He's here. I don't even know where the doors are in this building. But Seth Rollins is apparently already here. I don't know. Maybe he slept over from the night before at Clash in Paris. Maybe, I don't know. But he got there without going through the main entrance, which Punk was like, okay. Punk goes to the ring. And it's been a while. This used to be kind of a staple in professional wrestling, where it'd be like, I'm setting up a chair and I'm going to sit here in the ring. You're going to have to just do the show around me because I'm going to sit here in the ring until the person that I want to speak to comes out. And I love stuff like that. I love that Punk was just like, nope, you're going to have to, we'll sing, we'll dance, we'll put on a show, but everything stops right now until Seth Rollins gets out here.
Well, and to be honest with you, I was not going to turn my TV off until we heard from Rollins, Punk, and Becky Lynch.
Right.
After what happened last night, I could not go on with the week without hearing from them on Raw.
No, some kind of explanation, where things stand, how are we feeling, something. But it takes no time at all. The minute, it interrupts him. Seth's music just starts playing. Megan, how did you feel when the man comes out and does, put every Seth Rollins cosplayer to shame? It wasn't so much the outfit, because she looked like something, Becky Lynch would wear. She's the man, although, as we've noticed, the Seth Rollins Tron matches whatever color Seth Rollins is wearing, and it matched Becky's attire.
It's all in the details, right?
100% it's all in the details, and I guess it's all in the Rollins-Lynch family. But coming out, doing the strut, the pose, the fingers, the interactions, she had Seth down to a T. How did you feel when Becky Lynch comes out?
I felt incredible.
You did.
I thought it was hilarious the way she did Seth's entrance.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how she's the man and Punk was looking for the man, Seth Rollins. But first he has to deal with Becky Lynch. It's tough to make Seth's entrance look better than Seth makes it look. But I think Becky's pretty darn close.
Right, if anybody's going to be able to do it.
That's right.
I think she's watched a lot of Seth Rollins entrances. They come, it's a package deal.
Yeah.
With this Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins. That's one of those, like, I feel like this is one of those power couples that you didn't know was a power couple until they're ready to, like, pull the curtain back and go, no, it's been us the whole time. You fool. Didn't you know? So Becky gets in the ring face to face, all bravado with CM Punk. CM Punk, you know, all due respect.
And I was really thinking about it a lot last night after we witnessed what happened. Becky Lynch delivers the low blow to CM Punk. And, you know, we go on the internet and we see all the rumors. AJ Lee, CM, we want a mixed tag team match. And yes, I want that just as much as all of the fans on the internet want that. But what I really wanted was to see Becky Lynch and CM Punk on the mic in the ring together.
But yes. However, it's got to be settled somewhere.
That's right.
Can't just stay on a mic.
I know, but I was looking forward to the first battle of words
So
between
you're saying
these two.
Before we get to...
Before we start fantasy booking all these matches, can you just give me Becky Lynch and CM Punk on the mic immediately?
Give me the single before we round home.
That's right.
I see.
I was so excited as I see Becky making her way up the stairs. I go, oh, we're going to get it.
Although,
And
when was the last time Becky Lynch walked in a room that you
That's
weren't?
a very good point. It's a very good point. And I was thinking because last week we sat in this very studio and we said, oh, Becky did it again. She tricked the crowd.
Oh, when she was manipulating
The
yes.
crowd to cheer for her, and then she slams them. This version of Becky Lynch, especially after delivering the low blow to CM Punk, she's not going to be able to manipulate any crowd to cheer for her.
Well, it's very interesting because like CM Punk is that. I mean, there's no crowd in the world. We can now say in the world because we're going cross-continental with this. There's no crowd in the world right now that's going to boo CM Punk because it's still so amazing that he's back.
I mean, the fact that a week ago, Becky Lynch was able to manipulate crowds into cheering for her for just a moment before she trashed them, to tonight, they're saying, shut the F up. That's crazy.
She earned it. She earned it. And that's CM Punk. That's the magic of CM Punk. And that answers Becky Lynch's question. That addresses her issue, which is, do you think you're the only person? You think Seth is the only person that was affected by you leaving? No. When I was wrestling, they were chanting your name and it was just proving that they didn't care about anything that I was doing and blah, blah, blah. And I get it. You know, I understand the frustration that a performer must feel. If you can go back all those years ago, first of all, living in the past is a little dangerous, but if you can go back all those years ago, I'm sure that there was a massive frustration when no matter what you do, because that's what was going on at that time. Whether it was Becky Lynch early in her career, whether it was anybody, they could have done anything in that ring that they wanted to. The crowd was chanting CM Punk, CM Punk. It wasn't a reflection of the performances that were happening at the time. It was a reflection of the man who was not there. And Becky Lynch and many, many, many performers had to suffer through that. But at the same time, that's hardly Punk's responsibility. I mean, can you imagine being like, I'm unhappy at this job, but I'm going to stay because they'll yell my name at my, former coworker? Like, what kind of, like, weirdo, like, no, I want to go, but they're going to chant my name at you if I go, so I better stay. Like, that's nuts. Like, if it's time to go, it's time to go.
And you got to imagine Punk sitting at his couch loving that everybody's chanting his name.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I would think it was great if
For 10 years.
If I left this podcast and whoever they put you on with, people were just shouting at the podcast, Sam. Yeah, I'd be like, look, I like Megan. I'm sorry she has to deal with that, but from this perspective, this is fantastic.
Yes.
And she also said, look, and this is true, and this is something that this one I buy into more than I get it, the frustration with that, but that's not, you can't blame the other performer on that.
When she was saying you guys always chant for dopes who don't even work here?
No. The original...
I did like that line.
It was a great line. The original thing, though, of... You know what you've said about Seth? Like, that's my husband. That's the father of my child. Mm-hmm. When you say that's the greatest man that I know, which is what a wife should say about their husband. When you say something about somebody's partner, it affects them too. Mm-hmm. So this idea that this Seth Punk rivalry that got very, very personal and extended outside of WWE could ever just exist between Punk and Seth, I guess is naive when you
Very.
think about it. And I don't think any of us considered that until Becky goes straight up, yeah, that's my family you're talking about. And you go, oh yeah, it is. I'm with you, seeing them like face to face like that. And like Becky, I mean, chin up in the air, not backing down whatsoever. Punk hitting her back and hitting Seth back hard. And Punk was like,
Not literally hitting.
well, Becky was literally hitting, but Punk was like very sort of deliberate in his, I do not have a problem with you. Stop trying to make me have a problem with you. My problem is with Seth. And now he is hiding behind his wife. I'm not saying you're just his wife. You are the man. And like giving her all due respect. But I need to beat up your husband. It's that Punk is in an odd situation.
But here's the problem that I don't know if Punk has completely understood yet. If he has a problem with Seth that has gone to this level, he also has a problem with Becky. Their two are not interchangeable.
Well, great. Guess what? Punk's got friends and family as well. You know what I mean? At a point, it's like, I mean, can you imagine? That's another thing. It's like the chanting the name. Can you imagine if like you had a problem with me, but you better keep your mouth shut because you don't want to upset my wife? Like, it'd be like, what are you talking about? No, I understand the wife is going to be upset about this. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is what it is. And so Becky's not wrong, but also like the idea that Punk would not have this issue because Seth's family would be upset about it is ludicrous.
Now, as you know, as all the listeners know, I always try to defend Becky Lynch because she is the greatest.
According to who?
Myself,
Okay.
other people, and Sports Illustrated.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't see the Sports Illustrated thing.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. But, you know, I was watching Becky put Punk in his place, and it occurred to me that Becky, once again, is trying to bring out the best in Punk. He calls himself the best
That's
in the world.
Okay.
So when Rollins beats Punk again,
Now
Punk
you're
has
a
no
Seth
excuse.
Rollins guy.
I think I have to be. By marriage.
By proxy.
By marriage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that they're like putting it front and center.
I think I have to be.
Yeah, no. I'm with you. I'm not this says I'm with you. Like I agree with you. I understand.
The predicament that
You're a
I'm
loyal
in.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a predicament. This is about me.
This is because you're a good person, ultimately.
Thank you.
That you have to. But I mean, bro, when it was one thing when Seth comes out after Punk drops the line about Seth hiding behind his wife, which by the way, don't forget, like I think it was, was it Raw at Madison Square Garden, maybe the week before Madison Square Garden, beginning of the year. Punk had said something about Seth's wife, and it drove Seth mad.
Mhm.
It was like a month or two. It was before WrestleMania for sure, but it drove Seth nuts. This isn't uncharted waters, but Seth comes out clearly with the confidence of somebody who knows they're in control of a situation, and is like, just come down here and say it. When Becky started standing in front of Punk, I was like, what a game they're playing. What a game. This is the confidence. This is why they're both confident. And then Becky finally lets Punk past her. But Seth walks away. And Punk is like, oh, he's turning beet red. And then Becky, like, man, it's one thing. It's one thing to do the kind of theater slap. Right? The one theater slap. We've seen it on every show, whatever.
That the whole crowd gasps.
Oh, my.
Clutch my pearls.
I mean, when Becky hits him in the face, starts punching him in the chest, and then just starts walloping back and forth. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Just driving him. She's not trying to bring out the best in CM Punk. She's driving him to the point of madness.
There's not one thing he can do.
Well, he says, I'm going to make you regret putting your hands on me. He said, I'm going to make Seth regret cashing in on me, and I'm going to make you regret putting your hands on me.
Buckle up.
I mean, Megan, I'll say, from my point of view as a fan, we got to get this mixed tag.
I know.
I want the mixed tag. Do you understand how big of a deal this mixed tag that everybody in Paris is chanting the same name. Everybody on the internet is saying the same name. Everybody, I mean, forget about it. SmackDown's in Chicago.
Oh, and
But
then,
Raw is back in the States next week. It's all like it's the same name on the tip of everybody's tongue.
and that name has been coming up since before the Royal Rumble. That was a name rumored a lot in the Royal Rumble. If we get that name in this situation, it's going to be better than any of us could have ever imagined.
It's the situation for it to happen in. I mean, I can't. It has to. It's almost like you don't even want to. It's like on Christmas when you really want a bicycle, and you see a bicycle-shaped present that's all wrapped up, and you're like, I don't even want to talk about it or acknowledge it.
The best is when you open the presents, there's no bicycle, and then you're a little bummed. Oh, are you bummed? You didn't get everything you wanted? No, it was great. Well, there's one more gift. The best.
Yeah. So, I mean, you almost don't want to fully acknowledge, but I mean, it's so thick in the air right now. It's crazy. And you know what? You know who wasn't? Who, you know, we talked about this here. We talked about it as we were watching the show together, how great this segment was between Punk and Becky and Seth. You know whose name didn't come up once?
Paul Heyman.
At all.
No.
Which is really interesting. I have a lot of thoughts on that. You know, Paul Heyman, they said he had to go to a hospital after Roman Reigns choked him out. They said he had larynx problems. I said, that's crazy because Paul Heyman, you know, he needs specific doctors, but he's all the way out in Paris. Like, how would they have even found a place to take him? And then, you know what I realized? I think they're all using ZocDoc. Have you heard about this ZocDoc?
I actually use ZocDoc.
Really?
Not even kidding.
So ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors because Paul Heyman likes his doctors in-network.
Who does?
And you can just click right on the app right there to instantly book an appointment. It's got like 100,000 doctors, every specialties, broken larynxes from the tribal chief choking you out.
And it shows you if they're accepting new patients, which is a big one.
Okay, so talk to me. So you go, what? I need a doctor?
I've moved a lot of times, don't always have the references to get the good doctors.
I see.
It's a hassle to call. Do you accept this insurance? Are you in network? Are you out of network? Are you accepting new patients? You just take a picture of your insurance card, upload it right to the app. What do you need? You need a dentist, you need an orthopedic, you need a pediatrician, whatever you need. ZocDoc shows you all of them.
It rips that excuse
And
out.
you can even make the appointment on the app. You
That's
don't
what
even
they
have to
said.
call anybody.
And you click it there, right?
Which honestly, if I have to call someone, probably not going to make the appointment.
No.
Put it on the app, no problem.
Yeah. You get okay, that's the phone number. Okay, now I have it. You never do the appointment.
No.
If you click it and then it's like on your
I
calendar.
have to speak to somebody?
I can't do it. Can't do it. Social anxiety kicks in. Never. Now it's on the calendar and it's almost like ZocDoc knows you made the appointment. So you have to go. I'm not going to disappoint ZocDoc.
No.
You know, they would know. And also, by the way, it happens fast. Typically, within just 24 to 72 hours of booking, that is how quick these appointments get made. More often than not, you can even get same-day appointments. You got to stop putting off doctor's appointments. I've been putting off these doctor's appointments so much.
Don't do it.
You know what I mean? Like, my doctor retired. I think it was because they saw the monstrosity that is this. And they were like, I'm out of the profession. And so I go, well, I guess if the doctor retired, I'm done going to the doctor. No, it's not an excuse anymore because of ZocDoc.
That's right.
Right. You can't put off doctor's appointments anymore. Stop putting off the doctor appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/Raw Recap to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Raw Recap. ZocDoc.com/Raw Recap. And you too can be just like Megan Morant.
And
At the
Paul
doctor.
Heyman.
And Paul Heyman, healthy with a fixed larynx. I feel like
I'm sure you could find a larynx specialist on ZocDoc.
there's no doubt in my mind. I'm probably easier than anywhere else in the world, I would imagine. Paul Heyman's impact, I feel like, was felt because it's interesting. You know, the Vision is not only the name of this Seth Rollins group, but it's something that comes up. It's their goal. It's their mantra. It's why they do what they do. And, you know, it came up with Becky Lynch saying that we have a vision. And you see this, right, for the first time in a Paul Heyman group. and we've talked about this before, that this was the vibe that I got, but I feel like we're really getting confirmation. Paul Heyman does not have a vision. Seth Rollins has a vision, and Paul Heyman's duty is to help execute it. Paul Heyman is not puppeteering Seth Rollins.
No.
Or Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins have this thing over here that they believe this is the direction things need to go in. And it's like, hey, Paul, this is where it's going. If you want to be on board, then be on board. But if not, we're doing it.
And Paul obviously agrees with Seth's vision, which includes Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
That's right. And so Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed strike me as the soldiers in here because they directly benefit from the vision as they're looked at as the future. And I think they're the ones too. I think Paul Heyman has a way of kind of getting the younger superstars kind of under his wing and making them Paul Heyman guys.
I mean, Michael Cole referred to it as his next meal ticket yesterday. I think that's...
Michael Cole's sometimes out of pocket.
Yeah, I think that's sort of brash. But so it almost is like Seth is in charge of the entire thing and Heyman is overseeing Braun and Bronson.
I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of questions there that have to... Right now, I think Paul Heyman just is overseeing getting his larynx fixed.
Priorities.
Right.
I also wonder the relationship between Paul Heyman and Becky Lynch. What is that like?
I would love to know. We're not going to know right now because the larynx. You know, he's getting it fixed.
We also did get a medical update on the tribal chief Roman Reigns. Several broken ribs will be out indefinitely.
Out indefinitely. So who knows? I think the last time we heard out indefinitely was after the Royal Rumble? And then he was back at that Madison Square Garden Raw, I want to say, which was post-Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, who knows at this point? But the people who did that to Roman Reigns were, of course, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Now, Jimmy Uso starts the show tonight on Raw, and it's a different Jimmy Uso. And I think we talked about this kind of after Clash. That
Jay Uso.
I'm sorry, Jay. Yeah.
I was
Jimmy.
Like, wait a second.
I mean, it was a different Jimmy Uso because we
it
saw
was
him on
a different
Raw.
Jimmy
You know what I mean? The
yes.
fact that we ended with
Jimmy Uso ends the show. Jay Uso starts the show.
Jay Uso begins. 100% right. And I think we were talking about this yesterday. That to me, it was a very different Jay Uso in the Fatal 4-Way. It was a very different Jay Uso when he got advice from Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. The Raw before Clash in Paris. Even seeing Jay come out. And he's dressed in black. And
no Yeet t-shirt.
No Yeet t-shirt. He's still yeeting. He's still Jey Uso. He's still coming through the crowd. Paris, by the way, once again, you'd think they'd be exhausted from all this cheering. But still on another level. It's one thing. See, in America, we yeet along with Jay. And we do that for him. In Paris, not only are they yeeting, they're singing the lyrics to the song. They're singing the song with the song. It's just me, Uso.
They won't.
Yeah.
I mean, you only come to Paris so often. They've probably been practicing this, waiting for their opportunity.
All together as a group, or have they individually been practicing and just realized that
it's got to be individual. They don't all get together. I mean, that'd be something, though, if it was like, hey, everybody,
meet us under the
meetup.
Meet us under the Arc de Triomphe.
We're going to practice the
Jay song.
Yeah.
We're going to sing the lyrics.
That'd be amazing.
Because that's also...
That's something that would happen during COVID. Like, people would open their windows and sing songs.
That's right. To pay tribute to the first responders.
Can you imagine if they started singing Jey Uso's song?
Be sick.
Be the best.
I'd sign up to be a nurse.
But it was a very different Jey Uso. No Yeet t-shirt. Yeeting along with the crowd, but not big smiles on Jey Uso's face.
No. Still like, I'm riding with you guys and everything, but we're not going to run it back. He said, no, run it back. Because we got things to do. And just talking about really and it's really interesting because Jay went from a place where his family ties, he knew how important they were. He knew that this is who he had to stick with. But it was a very toxic thing.
Family's complicated, right?
Several years ago. Yeah. Whereas now I feel like he's stepped up into this leadership position. And realizes that he has a role not as a follower, but as a leader in his family to the point where he sees something happening to his cousin Roman, something happen. For the longest time, people said the bloodline story is really about Jay, and Jay's got to be the next tribal chief, and Jay's got to beat Roman Reigns, and Jay's got to beat this. Well, what if we're witnessing it now? Like, you know what I mean? What if, like, Jay is finally in the position where there's no, like, oh, Roman's getting hurt, but he's the captain. He's QB. So unless he called the play, I'm not doing it. Like, if he called the play, I'm coming out. But if he didn't call the play, I'm not coming out. Jay's calling the plays now. Jay's coming out to help Roman. Or whoever it is in his family that needs help. But Jay's stepping up and going, like, more important than anything, don't disrespect my family. Don't talk about my family. Don't put your hands on my family.
And that's what happens when you're elevated to the level of becoming a world heavyweight
That's
champion.
right.
And as Jay said tonight on Raw, you know, he expected to walk in tonight as the world heavyweight champion. And that's why he was very disappointed. Not only did his cousin get taken out and sent to the hospital,
Right.
but he did not arrive at Raw with the world heavyweight championship.
Right. And I think Jay sees himself now more in that space with, you have, you know, the Roman, Umaga, Yokozuna, Offensika, like those people, Rikishi, who led that family tree in different generations. I think Jay is now seeing, like, oh, I have a spot up there in that leader position, and I'm frustrated I don't have the title. I'm frustrated my family's being disrespected, and I want revenge. He gets interrupted. LA Knight comes out, and again, LA Knight was not wrong.
No.
LA Knight explains that he has a problem with Jey Uso because Jay stopped him from winning.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, LA Knight points out the fact that everything could have been avoided had Jey Uso not done what he did.
But what's everything?
Seth Rollins retaining the World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, but if LA Knight is the World Heavyweight Champion, how is that any different from Jey Uso? Jey Uso didn't come on Raw, and this is the part that, like, of the whole conversation about that Fatal 4-Way that I feel like LA Knight is not acknowledging, that Jay didn't come out and say there was one goal, to just have Seth Rollins not be the champion. Neither LA Knight nor Jey Uso nor CM Punk said the only goal here is for Seth Rollins to not be the champion. The goal of all three of those men was to be the champion instead of Seth Rollins.
And we're positive that was the goal because CM Punk went to each of them and sort of dangled the carrot.
Yeah.
And offered, hey, listen, we know there's no champion's advantage in a Fatal 4-Way match. What if we get the title off Seth? And everybody decided it was every man for themselves.
Because how are you going to agree? It's crazy to go like...
It is. It's nuts.
Okay, yeah, you can have the title. Why am I in this Fatal 4-Way then?
No, it is nuts. And that's a good point about LA Knight coming out and saying all of this could have been avoided.
Not
So
for
what?
Jay.
LA would have been champion.
And then Jay comes out exactly the same way, saying exactly the same thing.
So nothing is avoided.
Right, except
Seth
LA Knight
Rollins.
would have been
Yes.
the champion.
And
which
the vision looks very different.
Sure, but Jay's still mad.
And Roman's still in the hospital.
Roman's still in the hospital.
Paul's still in the hospital.
Now, from LA Knight's perspective, I totally get it. He's like, hey, man, you're the one who stopped me. But that it doesn't make Jay wrong. It just means LA Knight has a beef. Of course, that beef ends up getting squashed because, at least temporarily, because the vision comes out. We have Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. It takes us to the main event of the show, which is Braun against LA Knight and Jey Uso. And it really is interesting right now, the kind of mix-up of the Seth Rollins challengers, right? That kind of field of challengers that Seth Rollins has, where it's like Punk, and it's LA Knight, and it's Jey Uso. And before he went over to SmackDown, you could throw Sami Zayn in the mix. And there are other people that you could throw into that conversation too, where they all have the same goal, but it's a singular goal. So you end up with all these opportunities for them to kind of team, right? Because right now Seth has an army. So it is smart for them to be on the same team to try to take down this army. But ultimately, you can't take down an army if on your side you all think you're the captain, right? It's like the reason there's an army against the Vision is because they're all the Seth Rollins of their side. None of them are sitting there going like, yeah, we'll be the soldiers. We'll back you up. They're like, I mean, we'll back you up to an extent. to the point where it works in all of our interests. But ultimately, I'm going to kick you in the face too, because I'm here to be the world heavyweight champion, which is just a very, very interesting dynamic to me. I think that it was a strong ending to the show for Braun Breaker.
The spear will always catch me off guard.
To just
Oh,
spear Jey Uso. Jey Uso being the guy who at SummerSlam, I mean, you talk about a receipt. At SummerSlam, Roman took the bullet. Jey missed the spear. Jey was able to get the victory over Braun. Here, he didn't miss that spear. No way. And when he caught that spear, that was it. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed win, reminding people that they're not like kind of a threat. They're not a first step. They're the threat.
and it's not just losing to them that's the threat. It's what happens after the match that is also a threat. Because
Right.
there's always something that happens after the match. It's not, oh, I might just lose to Braun. I might be taken out of my career. I might be taken out of the industry
They
because
love
of
doing
Braun.
that. They love doing that.
Yeah.
You might have to go on ZocDoc yourself and find somebody.
If you're in a match with Braun, download ZocDoc, please.
But then LA Knight gets taken out too. But who comes to save the day but the aforementioned
Big Jim.
Big Jim? And I mean, the minute his music hit, it was just one of those, yeah, I want it.
Yeah, and as he's down there, LA Knight gets taken out of the equation. I'm like, who in the world is going to help?
Isn't that wild though? But like that we went over the course of 4 years, we went from that classic Roman Reigns line, looking at Jey Uso, going, you know what they say about you?
Which one are you?
Which one are you? To now, Jey Uso's in trouble, and we don't even consider the fact that Jimmy Uso might come out to save him. That's how like separated and established they both are as major singles athletes.
Which is remarkable because it really wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't, but the evolution has been quick, and
It
they're
was
so
when-
good.
When Cody brought Jay over to Raw.
Raw. Yes.
And
yes.
then Jay had a hell of a year and then wins the Royal Rumble. And
But-
now has skyrocketed into a totally
Oh,
different
yeah, because even
stratosphere.
at WrestleMania 40, Jimmy and Jay were still connected. They were
Right.
just fighting each other.
Yeah.
It wasn't until post WrestleMania 40. So you're really talking about, a year. But it's like, it's just a different world that we're in now. But all that said, Jay looking up at Jimmy at the end of the show going, I can't do it. I can't do it alone. I need you. And Jimmy going like, yeah, I'm here. Like realizing what this version of the Usos looks like. Because I think for me, there have been 3 versions of the Usos. V1 was board shorts and face paint, figuring it out. Young Usos, bright colors. Their action figures came with a surfboard. No one knew why. They never had a surfboard brought to the ring. Their action, who knows? But that's who the Usos were. They're so random that Mattel was just like, just put a surfboard in the package. Then, where I thought the Usos, and they were a great team, don't get me wrong, it was just like, who are they, right? I think where the Usos hit their stride was when they broke out the Air Forces, when they broke out the joggers, when they had the first day one-ish shirts on, when that kind of Raw SmackDown separation first happened. That's Usos 2. Usos 3 is WrestleMania 39, peak, Bloodline, We the Ones, Usos. That they leveled it up to the point where as a tag team they were main eventing WrestleMania. That's 3.0. The idea that now we might, and this is wild speculation, but as you said, there's never been a better time for it. We might get Usos 4.0. Like
But do you think Usos 4.0 is a tag team of Usos? Because I don't.
well, it's definitely the tag. It's the 2 Usos.
I know, but I don't think they're going to be a tag team and threaten in the tag team division.
Well, I think no. I mean, look, I think they're going to take care of the matter at hand,
Yes.
which is Braun. It's Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. I think
Yes.
that's what they're looking at. And but yeah, I think that like what's wild is that because
Single stars working together, that's where I see them.
100% where Jimmy and Jay, what you take 2 people that forever were only known as a tag team, you separate them. They have these amazing careers. You bring them back together, and all of a sudden, the Usos are a super team, not a super team. It's like, can you imagine if? Can you, like, when Cody and Roman teamed up? That's a super team. This is crazy. Jimmy and Jey Uso teaming up? That's crazy. That's a super team. That's what's so cool to me is like it's such a great piece of this evolutionary story of the Usos in WWE. The idea that we may see them together as a team again at some point, who knows? Like, Usos 4.0, the Usos super team, is the coolest thing. It's so awesome to me.
I love it.
Yeah, it's so great. I mean, listen, a lot of people, you were talking about the Yeet shirts and stuff like that. But you know what they've started calling Raw? You know what day Raw usually happens on?
Monday.
Nope, Monday night. Monday night. Jey Uso, it's Monday night. Oos. Jey Uso's new t-shirt just dropped. You can shop now at WWE Shop and Fanatics. You can get the Monday Night Oos shirt right now. And it's time. You need to upgrade that Jey Uso collection. Jey Uso is about to go on another run. Be on this day one-ish. It's, day one-ish. Be a part of it right now on WWE Shop and Fanatics. As well, you can get the new John Cena merch on WWE Shop and Fanatics. His farewell tour continues this Friday on SmackDown. That's in Chicago. He has some sweet Chicago-themed gear. It's available right now. The whole collection, tees, hats, sweatbands, towels, championships, more. All of it available now on WWE Shop and Fanatics. We were talking about the tag division. And somebody that is trying to make a splash in the tag division with one of the greatest tag teams of all time is actually our guest tonight on the Raw Recap. Guys, we're going to get right back to it, but why do I have this? Why is this in front of me? It's not because we're having an Extreme Rules match or something like that. It's because my kitchen is extremely better than it has ever been before. Why? Because of Hexclad. I no longer have to choose between the performance and durability of stainless steel pans with the easy cleanup of nonstick pans. No, why not? Because I've got Hexclad. Hexclad has made everything better for me. It has simplified my life. And I mean, it's made everybody at my house look at me like I'm some kind of magician. Hexclad products are amazing. They're oven safe. They handle up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. They're durable. They're scratch resistant, so they're going to stay looking amazing. The patented hexagon design, see, protects against scratches, even when using metal utensils. Plus, they're toxin free. And it's not just about, pots and pans and things like that. They're knives. Their knives are made of 67 layers of Japanese Damascus steel for a sharper edge that stays sharp longer and effortless slicing. Look, Gordon Ramsay uses this stuff, okay? Don't take my word for it. Take Gordon Ramsay's word for it. And for a limited time, how about this? Only our listeners are going to get 10% off your order with our exclusive link. All you have to do is head to hexclad.com/raw recap. Support our show and check them out at hexclad.com/raw recap. Make sure to let them know that we sent you. Bon appetit. Let's eat with Hexclad's revolutionary cookware. Coming to us from France, all the way from Europe. I mean, it's been a tough night, but we appreciate the time. Regardless, the man himself, Big G, Grayson Waller, is here, coming off of a defeat in a 6-man tag. I guess the question on a lot of people's mind is, what do you think went wrong for you in the New Day?
First of all, I find it incredibly disrespectful. I've come all the way here to France. I have this very tough match. I'm hurt. All I wanted was some banoffee pie. But I have to come and talk to you guys. They forced me to come and do this. Contractual obligations, apparently. Oh. I don't know what went wrong tonight. First of all, the Mexican Destroyer should be banned. That's a move that shouldn't even be done. Like, do they even have doctors in France? If they do, they're not very good. I'm worried for Woods. He's in the locker room right now holding his neck. This could be his last match. I don't know. And you seem very joyful about that.
No, I'm not joyful. I certainly hope it's not his last match. I think there must be good doctors. I know both Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns are in the hospital.
There's
So
going to be a WWE wing at the hospital.
well, I would imagine. Well,
Medical facility, guys. Medical facility.
sorry, it's a medical facility. I forgot you're overseas. But you know, I'm not 100% sure. I get that you've been walking around with the petition and everything. You know, number one, I'm not 100% sure that the Mexican destroyer should be banned. But number two, the fact that it isn't banned, don't you think that you guys should go into matches realizing that petition or no petition, we should probably be ready to avoid the Mexican destroyer?
First of all, Sam, have you ever taken a Mexican destroyer or the Canadian variation, also very dangerous? Have you ever taken one?
No, I haven't taken much of anything.
No, you haven't, because
no.
you talk about wrestling. You talk about what you wish you could do with people like me, yeah? It's a very dangerous move. Sometimes you're landing on top of your head, back of your head, like it's an incredibly dangerous move. All we want is safety in the workplace, but Adam Pearce doesn't really care about safety. So I'm just trying to be the good guy in the locker room and take care of everyone. You got Petey Williams. I think he started this all. I think we should really blame this on Petey Williams, starting the Canadian destroyer, 20 years ago. And now look at it. So, yes, we have some ways to counter it. We didn't want to give it away today. The people of France don't deserve a counter for the Mexican destroyer. But I have a little scoop for you. This is just for you guys, because, I like you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Very soon, I'm not worried about the counter. I'm worried about what can beat Penta. And it's the Australian destroyer.
Wow.
The Australian destroyer. Now, tonight, I probably could have hit it and won the match, but as I said, the people of France don't deserve the Australian destroyer. I'm saving that for a very special time, and Penta better get himself ready, but he can't. There's no footage of it.
It's interesting, number one, that you bring up Petey Williams, because that really wasn't, the destroyer itself wasn't a mainstay in the WWE, until Penta got here, but also until Petey Williams was running around. So you do have to imagine if that is connected somehow. But also, the Australian destroyer, if you're telling me that the Mexican destroyer should be banned, isn't it a little hypocritical to then come up with a variation of it of your own?
Well, if Adam Pearce took care of his performers, I wouldn't have to go to these lengths. But this is what I have to do. The New Day have been very welcoming for me. They're the only two vets in the locker room who've actually given me advice and tried to help. CM Punk, does he come help Grayson Waller? No. Does AJ Styles come and help Grayson Waller? No. You know who does? The New Day. And this is my way of giving back. I'm very worried about Xavier Woods right now. And my way of giving back is I'm taking out Penta. And it's going to be the Australian destroyer that does it.
Big G, last time we heard, I think there was
Big G, she knows, she gets it.
That's his name. It's Big G. I don't know why you're laughing at that. You introduced him.
We want Big G.
That's right.
I don't think that's not right.
It was we want Big G. I don't know. France loves me. The people of France love me. If the women had less underarm hair, I'd have a great time here. But it's rough. All the women in France, very pretty. You take the shirt off, look like Ivar. It's tough.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, that's tough.
Horrible. Oh, I wouldn't like that at all.
Always wearing a sweater. Not a fan.
Yeah. I get that. What were we going to ask to
Big G?
Okay.
Last we heard, there were 28 signatures on the petition to ban. And I actually heard Wade Barrett on commentary tonight. It seemed like he was in favor as well.
You mean Bummed Out Barrett?
Bummed Out Barrett.
Yeah.
Are you still circulating around the petition and making an effort to keep wrestling safe?
Very much so. I've started an online petition now, which has... I haven't checked in a few days. I think it's tens of thousands of people who have agreed with me. But the problem is, like, the WWE universe, they don't understand the pain that we go through. It's people watch football. People watch the NFL. They don't care what happens to these people. They just want to see two people run as fast as they can each other bang. And that's what some of the WWE universe wants. They don't care about our health and safety. They just want to see people get hurt. And I don't like that. I want to see all the performers leave France, especially France. Please let us leave France. Like, we need the charter now, not tomorrow morning. Like, just get us out. We just need to go home.
We've seen you interacting with the New Day. I'm not sure. Are you officially a member of the New Day?
Today.
Wow.
Officially?
They said we were going to talk about. I think we were supposed to talk about that today, actually. But
okay.
they had something on. I think Xavier was playing video games or something. But I think that's something that they are talking about. I got rid of the dead weight of Austin Theory, and this is the best I've ever felt in my life. I feel so good. I'm in the best shape of my life. Like, do you know how hard it is to deal with someone with an IQ of 65?
That's his IQ?
It's so tough. Theory's that might be high. I saw him in my life on the plane. He said, I read a really good book. He was reading The Cat in the Hat, and he was struggling. Like, he was on each page for like at least 12 minutes trying to work out the words. That's tough to have to take care of someone. So it's nice now, the New Day are helping me out, taking care of me. They're showing me how things work. As soon as you get on the bus, sit at the back. We're the big dogs. You know, we have to show that we kind of run the place. So, you know, they're teaching me things like that.
Wow. Yeah, it's weird with you and Austin Theory. I'm glad you brought that up because, you know, A-Town Down Under was a staple of the tag team division for a long time. And then, you know, like there'd be maybe some tension between the two of you, but nothing ever got to the point where the split happened. Nothing ever like it always seemed to work itself out somehow. And then all of a sudden Austin Theory disappears and you just start like trashing him and calling him dead weight and saying, I never liked him anyway. And like, why at no point when Austin Theory was actually in a building that you were in, did you say to him, I prefer to not tag together?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong about Austin Theory? You know what Austin Theory never did? He never said thank you to me for saving his career. You remember that time John Cena buried him live on national television?
Yeah.
I remember that. That's one of my favorite things I've ever seen. I watch that at least once a week. I watch that clip. And the thing is, I remember going to WrestleMania that year. I was with NXT. I'm up in the stands with Carmelo Hayes, and I watched Theory beat John Cena, and no one cared. And I was like, how do I make an impact on the main roster? How do I make an impact on the main roster? I'm going to save Austin Theory's career. And that's exactly what I did. He's never been more relevant than when he was with Grayson Waller. We won the World Tag Team Championships. Who pulled them down? I did. He was losing all the matches. I was helping this guy. And where is he now? Who cares?
Right.
He's not at work.
Right.
I'm flying all over the world. I feel like I've been set free. This is the best I've felt in years. Since NXT, this is the best I've felt because I don't have to worry about him. I just have to worry about me.
I'm trying to
He's
think.
overrated anyway. So
When was the last?
if he comes back, if he comes back, we'll have words. I've got no problem saying that to his face. If you can understand, you know, I have to talk really slow.
Wow.
Theory, you suck. You know, you gotta space out the words. It's tough for him sometimes.
No, that's tough. I was also, you know, I was just racking my brain. When was the last time we heard like members of a team who their partner got injured and couldn't come to work, and then they started blaming that member of the team for not coming to work?
You know,
I'm trying to. I feel like I've heard that before somewhere.
And see, that's something that I respect about the New Day. You know, a lot of people think they're bad guys because of what they did with Big E. He was holding them back for so long. They were the good guys. They helped him out. And then all of a sudden, you know, he has an injury. We all get injuries. We all get hurt. But guess what? We keep turning up. He didn't. Theory doesn't, because that's the kind of work ethic myself, Xavier, and Kofi Kingston have. No matter what happens, even if we get hit with a Mexican destroyer, you know, struggling to walk. I saw Woods the other day. He couldn't even play his switch properly. He's going like this. He couldn't play the switch. You know how devastating it is trying to play the new Donkey Kong with one hand?
Now, the New Day have been very vocal about the fact that they are grieving ever since they lost the tag team championships. And you come in to the picture and you say you've never felt so good in your life. Do you feel like you inject sort of a new energy to...
You're talking about the power of positivity?
Yeah, to kind of help these guys get through their grieving.
I think that's my job at the moment. You know, obviously we're all grieving the tag team division. You know, I don't think the Judgment Day even defend the tag titles. They're worried about hooking up with each other or whatever weird little thing goes on in the Judgment Day locker room. I heard some weird noises there the other day. Apparently it was the PS5. I don't know. Strange things.
Wow.
We're focused on tag team wrestling, and the best tag team of all time is the New Day. So who better to learn from than the New Day, you know? For so long, I got stuck with Theory. He has no idea what's going on. Sometimes I don't think he knew his left from his right when we were trying to do moves. So my job is to bring the old New Day back, you know? I want to see them at their best, but right now we're grieving the tag team division because unfortunately because of the Judgment Day, it doesn't really exist right now, does it?
I mean, it would be tough to bring back the old New Day if it's only 2/3 of the old New Day, but I do. Why is it? Do you suppose?
I agree.
Why is it? That wasn't where I was going. Why is it?
I appreciate you, Sam. Thank you.
Okay.
Ever since you went bald, you've been a lot smarter. I don't know if it was the hair holding you back or...
I don't know what it was. I'm not 100% sure, but I appreciate the compliment. Why do you suppose that the New Day won't kind of embrace you all the way? Why is it that it's still like even tonight it's introduced? It's not here comes the New Day when it was Xavier and Kofi and E. Ladies and gentlemen, the New Day. Tonight I heard it. It's the New Day and Grayson Waller. Even on the lower third, on the Chiron, the little nameplate, it says the New Day and Grayson Waller. When you
it didn't say just New Day?
It did
No,
not.
it didn't.
It said ampersand Grayson Waller.
Oh. Well, the New Day are very old school, and I appreciate old school. I think we need more old school in the business. They're
Really?
they're initiating me. They're making me earn it because you go to NXT or something. Some volleyballer or javelin thrower, they let them in the locker room day 2. Like
Oh.
you should have to earn your way in. And I feel the New Day is like it's a staple of WWE television for such a long time.
Yeah.
They've only had one other member, so something like this, it doesn't just happen overnight. I have to earn my way in, and I think the best way to do that is to take out Penta. Once I take out Penta, they're going to get me in straight away.
Well, that's easier said than done. I also wonder if you're talking about like appreciating the New Day because they're old school. I feel like it's not that old school to try to have moves banned because like they hurt too much. You know what I mean? Isn't the old school like the tough guys that are in there and
I understand, and this is what's wrong with wrestling. People are worried about these fancy moves. What happened to a good punch in the face? Something like that. Like when real men used to fight. It's all these lucha guys. I don't know, with this AAA deal that we've got going on, there's all these idiots in masks.
Sure.
Like, I get it. You're ugly. You don't want to show your face, so you hide behind a mask and you do flips and tricks because you don't actually know how to wrestle. Penta is just like the best example of that. I wish more lucha guys were like Dom Mysterio. Dom Mysterio is the king of the luchadors. He knows what he's doing. He goes out there and he performs. He takes the mask off, shows the world who he is. The rest of them are hiding. I just think it's like lucha as a whole is the issue. Maybe we need to ban lucha.
I think that would be tough with the new AAA, Triple Mania. Everybody was such a fan of watching.
You just get rid of the luchadors and we'll go down. I'll go down to Mexico. That'll be sick. Have a few margaritas, few cervezas. It'll be sick. We'll run AAA.
Okay, make it more in your style, I guess.
I can wear a Cindy mask. I'll wear a Cindy mask and have my puppet. I'll eat a heap of hamburgers. Look at me. Oh, maybe I'll do that. Maybe that's what AAA needs, huh?
Finn Balor was victorious in his match tonight with Dragon Lee. Speaking of luchadors, he was able to conquer that. Do you think that Woods was posing too much? There was a lot of posing, a lot of just showing off of the body, and he's also the one that ended up on the losing end of things. Do you think that if you did have any advice, maybe you'd say if we focus more on the match, maybe we could have won it?
See, if you had muscles, you'd understand, man. You've never been to a gym in your life. Like, come on, brother. If you had, look at this.
Whoa.
We're getting in shape in the New Day. We're working hard. Grayson Waller, this is why they call me Big G, lad. I'm looking good today.
Yeah.
If you have muscles like this, sometimes you got to show it off. You got to show the French, what a real man looks like, because they don't have any. The French aren't real men. They're a bunch of... Well, I was going to say something very inappropriate there, but I'm a company guy, and I'm just going to leave it there. But you know what I was going to say.
I do.
Now, you've been in France for a little while now. Paris is known for their fashion. Have you and the New Day at all tried to go hat shopping, to replace the irreplaceable hat
the trampoline
that Penta stole from Xavier Woods?
That's the kind of hat, you can't just go and get that. I didn't know too much about hats. I like a cap. A cap is very nice. Sometimes I wear it backwards, But the New Day have really introduced me to some new variations of hat. They have a lot of fun hats, but you can't just go to a store and get those kind of hats. You need to talk to people. In fact, Woods was actually, we met up with his hat designer today, and he has some lovely hats coming, and we'll make sure Penta doesn't get his hands on those ones.
Yeah, I think that's important. Well, Grayson, we appreciate the time that you've given.
Banoffee time, baby.
Yeah.
Banoffee. Sorry, yes, I was listening.
I don't know anything about this banoffee pie. What is this banoffee pie?
I don't know what's in it, lad. It's got some banana somewhere in it, a little bit of caramel, whipped cream on top. It's got like a crumbly, end of the tour when you finish. It's the greatest dessert of all time. I don't know if it's actually the dessert or just like knowing that you're finished. But it's a real treat. Maybe one day you can have some, Sam. Maybe if you actually left the studio for once and came to one of these shows,
Yeah.
You can't leave his basement.
This guy's got an action figure. How funny is that? We are really settling for less if Sam Roberts is getting an action figure. How much did you pay for them to do that?
I didn't know. It's not. It was.
Oh, well, it's like more bold when you see it. I didn't realize.
No, it's not more. It's the same amount.
Think of all the wrestlers that should have one. That's such a low-level option of a figure. Okay. You know what is fun though? If you color the beard a little differently, you have a Peter Rosenberg figure.
That's true.
You could.
Yeah, you could.
You'd have to color a little bit differently, but it could be a 2-in-1. Maybe add some glasses or something to it. Listen, it's not about. Go ahead. It
is because Sam, you were telling me that you were like, oh, I'm glad I have this action figure because Megan doesn't deserve one. You were saying to me at SummerSlam. That?
I don't even remember. I mean, SummerSlam at this point was so long
Megan,
ago.
No, why would she ever have one? That's not fair. I want to call you out for that. You did say that.
I don't recall, but SummerSlam.
That's
That's
terrible.
SummerSlam.
I mean, here's the
You were
thing.
at SummerSlam?
I was at. I think I was.
we were
Did
both
talk
at SummerSlam.
Did we talk?
We did speak.
Yeah, we did. We all
I did.
interacted.
I did speak to. I don't think I said, but we did speak. Look, I mean, look. All the shows get confused. You know, there's a lot going on right now. Perth is coming up. WWE
It is.
going back to Perth. It's WrestlePalooza next, and then of course Perth. Do you have your eye on that? Have you spoken to the New Day about that? Is that someplace that you'd like to kind of make that big impact that you want to make?
Yeah, I've never been more excited for a show in my life. And, you know, the last time we were in Perth, I helped the Grayson Waller effect, which was a lot of fun. But, like, my dream has always been to wrestle for WWE in Australia. And, I wish it was Sydney, but Perth will do. Perth's also very nice. And all my energy, everything I have right now is focused on that show. So all the work behind the scenes that I'm doing is for that show. And I'm excited to show Kofi and Xavier around, you know. Perth is a beautiful place, you know, take them to the beaches. I'm going to teach them about, you know, we don't wear shoes in Australia, so I need to get them used to that. That's a little bit of a different thing. Maybe introduce them to some kangaroos.
Yeah.
And then whatever happens, I'm putting on a show. That's my weekend. I haven't done a shoey in a while, and I think it's about time.
Man.
That makes sense, the shoey, because they don't wear shoes. So it's not gross to drink out of a shoe because you don't wear shoes in Australia. Wow.
See? Megan, this is why you deserve an action figure, because you're really intelligent and smart.
Wow,
Higher than a
those-
65 IQ.
65 is a
So-
low IQ. It's
that's
lower
good
than
for me.
most. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Grayson, enjoy the banoffee pie.
Banoffee, yes. Thank you,
Banoffee.
Sam.
What about any banoffee for Kofi? Huh?
Ah. That could be
Do I have to stay
good.
here,
You
or is
should
this
bring him
over?
some
Oh,
banoffee.
it's terrible.
Maybe he'll let you in.
He does this every week. Every single week. They have Sam Roberts host this. Man, they really settle for less. That's cool though. Can I go? Can
Yeah.
I go eat
Yeah,
now?
please go.
Thank you
yeah,
for-
thank you.
Yeah, you can.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey, yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
this guy sucks, man. And they really let him do this every week. Every single week.
Grayson Waller. Well, I mean, what a
Great guy.
great guy. I don't know why he's got to get into the programming of the show. I don't think it really has any of his. It's not his business.
Well, I appreciate him looking out for me.
How was he looking?
Apparently, you're talking about me.
I wasn't talking about. He made it up. And his evidence, you know, you and I did have a conversation, right? Yes, I talked to him at SummerSlam. You know what he said? How'd you get an action figure?
Is that what he sounds
Yeah,
like?
yeah, that's what he said. Sick of that guy. Anyway, look, I do hope he makes a moment in Perth.
It would be great.
I think it'd be great. And who knows, maybe they make a Tops Now card out of it. That would be amazing, right? These Tops Now cards, I know you were asking yesterday.
I was.
I know you were asking. Listen, we know Tops Now captures the major milestones, the viral moments from WWE's biggest events. They're only available for a few days. They're up and then they're gone. They're made to order. You can get all kinds of parallels and autograph versions and refractors and everything. Well,
What's our moment?
coming out of Clash in Paris, we've just found out that there will be a Tops Now card commemorating Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch teaming up in Paris.
I'm
They're
getting it. I'm getting
You
it.
are getting
I'm
it. You're
getting
jumping
it.
on?
I want a Tops Now card of Becky Lynch slapping CM Punk too.
Look, maybe. Stranger things have happened, but you can get it. We are getting the Tops Now card featuring the joining of Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I'll tell you what I love about Tops Now, because I do collect these cards, and like I have a stack from this year. And like it starts to get real cool, especially this time of year when like months have passed and you start going through and you're like, oh man, like I have this collection of like all of this happened this year. Like it's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, and then that kind of led to that. You know, I got my card of like CM Punk in his Word Life gear, and like then his match with John Cena, and it was in June. It already feels like a lifetime
It does
ago.
feel like forever
It's
ago.
crazy,
The
but
Charles
this
Robinson card that
have
came
it.
out.
Yeah. It feels but that's what I mean. So like this moment, it kind of captures that moment. You go back, you look at the cards, you're like, oh, I remember.
Where I was at.
All the feelings.
What I was feeling.
So for all the details on whether it's going to be a standard base card or whether it's going to come with an autograph chase, can you imagine?
If I
There
get
may be a
one-on-one.
one of, I don't know. There could be a one of one dual signature version. There could be. I don't know if there will be or not. To find out, make sure you subscribe to notifications on Tops.com. Make sure you follow @Tops across all social media. And I'll tell you, Megan, I know the one thing that you collect more than Tops cards is empty bottles of haterade because you just drink so much. But even you've got to say, this Dom Mysterio Intercontinental title run is legendary. I mean, even I was like, these nails. I mean, bitten to the cuticle.
You were very nervous.
I was very nervous, especially, bro, when AJ Styles comes out. And I listened to how excited Paris was to see AJ Styles. And I'm going, oh, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me they're trying to make a magic moment happen. Please don't tell me that
After
AJ
you just
Styles.
talk all about how wonderful moments are.
This was the magic moment. Dominic retaining. That's what I want to
The
top
magic moment was Grande Americano helping Dominic
Okay, well, listen.
retain the title. That was the magic moment.
And I'll say this, dude. I'll say this. Adam Pearce, who
Here we go
1,000% has a vendetta against Dominic Mysterio, even you've got to say, Adam Pearce does not like, don't say, yeah, but here's why. Do you think Adam Pearce likes Dominic Mysterio?
No.
The fact that even as viewers, we can see this, can you imagine working in conditions like that, where you know your boss has a vendetta against you? That'd be challenging, no?
I mean, if you dig your own grave, you kind of get what you deserve.
Imagine
right?
if you found out Alex Metz had a vendetta against you, and he's out there producing this podcast.
I mean,
That'd be
if it's
tough for you, wouldn't
if
it?
it's a vendetta for no reason, then yes, that would be tough. But
What
if
if
it's
it's
a
based on-
vendetta
what if
that I
it's-
deserved,
What if it's based on jealousy because you have, as Wade Barrett put it, limitless sex appeal? That's what Wade Barrett said. He's the commentator. I trust him.
it was a great line. I was like, wait, did he really say that?
He said limitless sex appeal.
And then said something in French.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
C'est ça?
That's right. So I go, Wade. Speaking of that, I don't know. Those guys spent a lot of time in France. I don't know. They must be, I don't know.
I wonder if the French women also agree that Dominic has limitless sex appeal. Liv Morgan congratulated him. I saw a tweet. She put it out there.
It's a big deal, you know. It's of course she did. I mean, but
I'm glad to see they're still doing well.
No, Alex Metz, by the way, is concerned. He's asking, does Wade Barrett think I have limitless sex appeal? No, he said that about Dominic Mysterio, and then I think there were a lot of names thrown out there, and I apologize for any confusion that anybody.
We don't want to get the HR department involved in the Raw recap show.
No, he was about to send a corporate email. No. Hold your horses, everybody. But listen, I think that Adam Pearce and his vendetta against the King of the Luchadors, Dominic Mysterio, was like, oh, I'm going to ban Judgment Day from ringside for incidents that have nothing to do with Dominic Mysterio, by the way. Like, he's like, oh, I saw J.D. McDonough getting involved in Finn Balor's match with Dragon Lee. Therefore, the Judgment Day is banned from Dominic Mysterio's match. I'm like, well, how? I'm trying to file. I'm like writing logic charts, trying to find the if-then statement, and I can't, for the life of me, work out where the logic is in that. But I go, okay, I guess he's the boss. But you know what he did?
He was resourceful.
Dominic, you mean?
Yes.
I think what Adam Pearce did was he, which a lot of people do for whatever reason, underestimated the popularity of Dominic Mysterio. When you're the coolest kid in high school and the principal goes, your 3 friends can't go with you, no sweat.
I got a fourth.
Yeah. Bro, are you kidding me? I'm the coolest kid in school. Everybody wants to be my friend.
You know, technically, he should be able to defend the title successfully without help.
He probably could. He just decided.
It's
I mean, I don't.
cooler to do it with friends.
I mean, because you want to share the
It
glory.
is more fun.
You know what I mean?
It's more fun to win with friends.
Seth Rollins. Can you imagine getting to win the title with your spouse? How fun is that?
A blast.
Right.
Way better than winning it by yourself.
Exactly. It's lonely at the top. Bring your friends with you. You know, that's all Dom's doing.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, it's lonely at the top. Bring your friends, okay? And Grande Americano jumping in there. And by the way, AJ Styles has been very disrespectful to luchadors in the build-up
Yes,
to this match.
he
Very
has.
disrespectful. Mocking the late, great Eddie Guerrero in the ways that AJ Styles mocked him. And then, of course, Grande, fixing his mask and then headbutting AJ Styles in the chest. Then Dominic Mysterio making full contact with that chest with the frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Listen, I think a lot of people assumed this was going to end with Dominic Mysterio losing the Intercontinental Championship and going in to Worlds Collide for his mega championship match against Vikingo with no title. Guess what? He's going back into AAA with the Intercontinental Championship. And as a great fighter once said, I'm not surprised, expletive, which I'll refrain from.
So Dominic has, once again, another opportunity to become a double champion.
That's right. And I think he'll do it. And I think it's time that a lot of people who spent a lot of time doubting Dominic Mysterio, and by the way, interference, whatever. Can you tell me that Dominic was not excellent?
He was excellent.
Isn't it?
And now what can AJ say? Because he's beaten AJ twice.
Fool me twice, you can't fool me again, they used to say. Well, guess what?
What could possibly stop Dominic from defeating Vikingo if AJ Styles... I mean, Dominic
Styles
would have been a double champion if it wasn't for AJ Styles.
That's right. And AJ Styles is in the conversation for greatest wrestler of all time.
He is.
Dominic
It's
beat him.
inarguable.
Dominic beat him.
And Dominic claims to be the greatest Mysterio of all time.
And the king of the luchadors.
And the greatest
El
intercontinental
Rey de los
champion.
luchadors.
Also the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. He claimed that about 10 minutes after winning the title, though.
Well, but maybe he's one of those seers. Clearly, the events that have happened since then have not refuted those claims.
He's been a good champion.
He's been, he has. And even when he was like, okay, I'll defend the title a little more. I won't say who, some in the beginning of his reign said, I don't think he's defended the title at all.
He was dodging it a lot.
We don't live in the past. But it's like, okay, then I'll defend it more. Here's the scary thing about Dominic Mysterio. It all started as a joke.
I know.
It all started as a goof.
You can't deny it anymore.
And then he was like, well, what if I became like a really great wrestler?
And he did.
And then you're like, oh, man.
I mean, think back to when he was the NXT North American champion.
That's
and
right.
How often he wrestled and how good he got.
He got better and better and better. And that's why, look, everybody's lucky I don't have a no new friends attitude. I'm not gatekeeping the Dominic Mysterio party. Come on. Understand that you were wrong, and everybody else, coming through that turnstile is going to have to say, I was wrong, you were right. Thank you, Sam.
I will never forget when you tried to tell me that Dragon Lee was only where he was at because of nepotism, because he is friends with Rey Mysterio.
I don't remember saying that, but it does sound like it could be true.
Because Dragon Lee was facing Dominic Mysterio.
Okay, well, that's an interesting
But listen,
take,
you had a great eye for talent in
And
Dominic Mysterio. Everybody doubted him.
I think I can't imagine even Adam Pearce and his vendetta. Like, you can't just keep giving AJ Styles more shots at this point. I think AJ Styles can get right back into the conversation, but I think now it feels like, you know what, and low key would be an amazing series of matches. AJ Styles versus Grande Americano.
That would be great.
Would be outrageous.
I would love to see it.
Like that, and hopefully, I mean, if that's what we get out of this, we get more Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio, and we end up with AJ Styles versus Grande Americano matches. That feels very win to me.
I know on Raw everybody's been focused on the World Heavyweight Championship, but now that AJ Styles is out of Dominic's hair, I imagine there have to be some superstars with their eyes on Dominic Mysterio and his Intercontinental title.
You would think so. I've got to say it. In the men's and the women's division right now, Intercontinental Championship division is looking real strong.
It is.
Yeah, I knew you'd agree with me on that. Speaking of looking strong, let's see who's looking strong in the Fanatics NFL Survivor Pool. It's live now in the Fanatics app. The rules are very, very simple. You join the pool, you pick one NFL team to win each week. If your pick wins, you're moving on. If they lose, you're out. Last fans standing, win it all. Here are the prize details. By the way, I'm picking the Jets.
This is a good pick.
I think I'm going to make it real far.
Yeah, it's a great pick.
Pot starts at $1 million, but it's already growing. For every player that joins the pool, Fanatics is adding $1 to the pot. That's going to go up to $10 million. That's a guaranteed cash prize of over $1 million. The more people to play, the bigger the prize. So share and get your friends to join right away. Download the Fanatics app. Join the NFL Survivor Pool and get your pick in before September the 8th. That's right around the corner now. You only have one more week. Last fan standing, win it all. I'll see you and you on the leaderboard.
Not if you're picking the Jets.
Fair criticism. Speaking of, just don't let Michael Cole hear you say that. Speaking of all of this, and being on the winner board, and also the whole theme of today's show and tonight's Raw, I feel like was very speculation about WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, 2 weeks from Saturday is nuts.
Already 2 weeks from Saturday. There's a lot in the air, a lot of potential, a lot of possibilities. But up until tonight, nothing official. However, as Adam Pearce says, it is official. We have our first match announced for WrestlePalooza. People were wondering what happens with the Women's World Championship now that Naomi has put the title down while she goes home to have a baby Uce. And we find out that Naomi, who, 2 weeks ago, was scheduled to have a championship match with Io.
Mm-hmm.
And Naomi, or whoever the champion was going to be, who was scheduled to have a championship match with Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris. Now those two challengers that were on the books for the Women's World Championship collide. This is your first match for WrestlePalooza. The vacant Women's World Championship gets crowned at WrestlePalooza in Indianapolis. It's Io, it's Stephanie Vaquer, and
we have a graphic. It is official.
It's official. There was a video, there was a graphic, there's a poster, there's everything you need. This is the first match announced for WrestlePalooza, and I've got to say, I mean, as far as women's matches go, this is going to be it.
It's at the tippity top, but the second I hear the match, first thing I think of is, what's Rhea Ripley thinking?
What she said?
The first thing that came to my mind.
If she's thinking honestly, she's thinking that this makes sense. She had no claim to this match.
It does make sense, but we know that Rhea's wanted that title back.
Well, then she can earn a championship match and get a shot at the champion.
Then my next thought is Io has had a lot going on with the Kabuki Warriors.
They're her friends.
I'm not sure.
They're her friends as long as she has no other friends whatsoever. Do not talk to Rhea Ripley. Do not talk to Nikki Bella.
I think Kyrie wants to be her friend.
I think Kyrie's just like kind of chilling.
Going along with it?
She's just in the cut right now.
Asuka's behavior tonight on Raw was sort of a roller coaster. I couldn't tell if she was mad at Io, if she was okay with Io, if she was being defensive of her friend, if she was looking in Io's best interest.
Isn't that the best Asuka? When you can't really tell what her motivations are, and also you aren't 100% sure if she knows what her motivations are? Nobody is ready for Asuka, including Asuka. Io's not ready for Asuka. Asuka's not ready for Asuka. Kyrie's not ready for Asuka.
And look, she did say they would take care of the Judgment Day, and they did.
Judgment Day wasn't ready for Asuka.
No.
Roxanne Perez got locked up into that Asuka lock and wasn't getting out.
And then we saw Roxanne Perez backstage advocating for herself because she pinned Io.
Now, yeah, which is like, now we're stretching. And by the way, since then, she's lost to Rhea and tapped out to the Asuka lock. But by the way, same can be applied, right? Like, tell me that you're going to do Roxanne Perez versus Rhea Ripley. The winner is the number one contender. I can buy that.
Of course.
But, like, there is a logic behind these two women were on the books for they had already earned championship matches. They were already getting the championship matches. There is no sort of, well, let's just look at the roster and who might be in the mix.
No, that wouldn't be right.
Right. It's just, we have two women that were on the books for championship matches legit. So, those are the women that are going to compete for the title. That said, it's not like one of those two wins the championship and then the door gets shut.
No, obviously.
One of those two becomes the defending champion.
And there's going to be challengers. Rhea Ripley says she respects both Io and Stephanie Vaquer.
You don't believe that? Why do you think that Rhea doesn't like Io? You think that because there's a rivalry between the two of them that Rhea, like, should hate her?
Well, why do I think that Rhea doesn't like Io? Because Io has been the person preventing Rhea Ripley from getting the Women's World Championship back. And I find it very interesting that Rhea has cozied herself up to Io in a friendly way.
But couldn't athletes who respect each other, that bring out the best in each other, like each other personally?
Sure.
Right. So that's all. I don't understand why this isn't. I think
Do you think before Tom Brady and Peyton Manning played each other, they were just like, hey, you guys want to go grab beers tonight?
they're not? This was not before. Rhea and Io are not fighting each other right now.
Not right now, but they're both after the same
So
thing.
you're saying as long as they're active competitors, they can't be friends?
I think it would be tough.
That's lonely at the top then. See,
Sure is.
that's why. What did I
Sure
say about
is.
Dominic Mysterio? Bring your friends. Bring your friends along with you. Hey, we're all winning this title. I mean, I'm going to hold
I
it.
mean, maybe it's strategic.
It's why is it always so negative?
You got to be thinking about that title.
I
right?
would hate. You know what?
Every time you see Rhea Ripley, don't you think about the title?
I can't imagine running with you.
You'd lose.
See what I'm saying?
You'd lose.
And by the way, not only would I lose, but I better lose because if I won, oh, it would get ugly.
I ran a race today and I wore a Becky Lynch shirt to my warm up.
How'd you do?
I did really well.
Did you get first place?
No, didn't get first place.
That lady who got first place, do you hate her?
Hate her.
Yeah,
I do. I hate her. I want to be her.
All right. No,
I did.
look, I do respect the level of competitiveness.
I did spend some time explaining to people what happened at Clash in Paris. I was like, do you guys watch wrestling? Well, let me tell you what
I
happened
love
last
that.
night.
You guys watch wrestling? No. Well, here's what happened. I just need to talk about this. But that's what we're here for. That's what the Raw Recap is here for. That's why you got to make sure that you're subscribed across all audio platforms, Apple, Spotify, everywhere you get podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Keep watching on YouTube. Leave comments. Hit like. Spread the word that Sam Roberts and Megan Morant are out here recapping all of it. And we will see you next week when
Okay.
Monday Night Raw is back stateside. And who knows where we'll be at 2 weeks then. We'll be 2 weeks shy of WrestlePalooza. Oh, boy, I can't wait. We'll see you then, everybody.